Good morning, Charlotte. Welcome to Live Impact News. Just off the top of the hour, it's 9:01. I'm Julie Kay, and we've got a very busy Friday. First of all, happy Friday. Happy Taylor Swift release day. And happy Good Weather Friday. Chris Mulcahy's here with some good news.
Are you a Swiftie?
A huge Swiftie.
Huge Swiftie?
Huge Swiftie.
Are you going to get the... How does this work? You can still download it right now, or have you?
Download it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I pre-saved so that Taylor Swift would know that I wanted it.
Okay.
Weeks ago.
Nice.
Not that she personally
Wait, Chris
saw.
Mulcahy, you are aware you can stream music.
Yes, I know. I have CDs in my car, yes. And I also don't have any streaming services. I just DJ YouTube. I
Old
just let it
school.
go. Yeah, old school.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
are you a Swiftie?
I respect her, but I can't call myself a Swiftie because I couldn't name albums.
That's
And
okay.
I can only cherry pick some lyrics that everyone knows.
Diplomatic answer. I respect that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but if we're really talking about it, though, I think that there's not a more talented lyricist, and also businesswoman as well.
Yes.
Because I was noticing a lot, because especially she's been on that podcast, there's even signs that she was Morse coding something with her finger, just tapping it. She leaves clues around. She's a genius, plain and simple.
She's a genius. There is also the problem that people like me, the Swifties, are insane. So we find stuff where there isn't stuff. Oftentimes her Easter eggs are very obvious, but we're like, did you guys see that she blinked? She winked with her left eye instead of her right. That means something's coming. Like, it's very, like, people get really into it.
Yeah, but oftentimes, like, I heard it before, but then now after the 1,000th time, it was a clue.
Yeah.
It really is cool, because think about that. I'm a person that loves puzzles, so for someone to do that and actually plan it years in advance, I think it's awesome.
It's fun.
So, well, you go listen to Taylor Swift. I'm going to take the forecast.
Thank you.
52 degrees. I wish we could just stream it. Now I want to hear it.
Oh, she'd sue us.
I know. That's why we don't want to be sued. Sorry, Taylor. I've heard great things already. The internet, of course, is about to break just listening to that new album. 52 degrees is where we're at right now. That was our lows actually this morning. And that is actually the coldest low of the season and the coldest low we've had since late May. And you probably felt it. So welcome to it. And October is one of those months that can be a little tricky. It starts off, people are like, man, I love this month. And then you forget that the end of the month averages in the upper 60s and also the upper 40s. So that's why I want everyone to really take advantage of these warmer temperatures while we have it. 52 isn't warm, but it is warmer compared to where we are going. It's going to be very fall-centric just because, well, one, I made these graphics, and I have a very small window to use them. And your pumpkin picking forecast is officially activated really now through Saturday. A lot of these places are closed on Sundays, but you can find them all over the place. I keep on saying it, Bush and Vine is the best because you can literally pick it off the vine, but there's a lot of them like that in York County. So this is specifically for the data in York County, looking at high temperatures in the lower 70s. All is well. Also, high school football. Here's the kick. It's up. And it's good. And we're going to have temperatures in the lower to the mid 60s by the end of the game. Here's the thing, and I'm originally from up north, the great north. Julie, I know that you worked in Michigan for a little bit.
Scary.
So my blood has thinned out substantially, because when I first came here, I laughed at people. I was like, haha, this is not cold. I need no jacket. Now I'm like the rest of them. How are you faring? You've been here a year now, right?
Yeah, truly. If I went back to Michigan in the winter now, I don't think I'd be able to move any of my limbs.
No.
I think I would just freeze on the spot. I am so spoiled now.
And for those of you who don't know this, that Michigan, or at least I was in Flint, you lived in a better area, no offense to Flintians, that the average high temperature is still colder than our average low temperature during the dead of winter. Put it in perspective, I think we average like 29
Yeah,
or
and
so.
I was doing morning show and I was a reporter, right. So I was out there. There's a lot of really sad pictures of me in a parka
Yeah,
out in the
and-
snow in the dark.
And it's authentically sad. So I just wanted to bring that up, that maybe you were from up north and you're like, oh, this isn't that cool for me. Well, I was actually out and about. I was watching a kickball tournament. So shout out to my friends who were selling their crab cakes. Alex's Crab Cakes, and they actually were all wearing sweatpants. And I was like, what are you guys doing? I was like, oh man, I kind of wish I wore sweatpants, because it was chilly enough in the mid-60s. Without sunshine, you kind of underestimate it. Now, it will be a certain point during winter if we have these type of temperatures, like, oh wow, look at this, it's like a summer surge. So it's all about perspective. Also, one thing you can't miss, even if you try, even though we're dealing with more clouds, is that we have a beautiful moon this weekend. This is the first of 3 supermoons. So officially, it's 89% illuminated, rising at 5:14, setting at 4:20, and it's going to be full next October 6th, and that's Monday night, excuse me. And this isn't the brightest, but boy, will you notice it. Did anyone see the moon last night at all? No?
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
you did?
It was a nice moon.
It was a nice moon? Okay, see? Even Jeb said it's a nice moon.
I was holed up in my apartment listening to this album, so.
Okay.
You know.
When did it release?
Midnight.
Midnight?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so are you tired?
I'm energized by the excitement of the album.
Oh, yeah, I
It
know.
will push me through.
Yep, a new album by Taylor Swift is better than a cappuccino, I hear. But I want to talk a little bit more about the supermoon. Officially, it is going to be full at 11:49 on Monday evening. But truly, it's going to be close enough. It's the waxing crescent, or waxing gibbous, excuse me, that is nearing its full. The way I like to remind people why it's like this, it's wax on, wane off, just like the Karate Kid. So whenever a moon is going on to a full moon, it's waxing. When it's already hit its full moon, it's going off, it's waning. So a little moon remembrance there. Now, huzzah! I've said that each and every day. Since we don't really work together, Julie, have you been to the Renaissance Festival since you've been here?
No, but I'm so excited.
You're
because
going?
We have some princesses from the Renaissance Festival coming in after you.
What?
So stay tuned.
Woo!
I know.
Okay, well, first off, Renaissance Festival is so cool. I've brought JT every year of his life. And when you go there, there's not a lot of shade, being honest with you, as you're watching jousting, whatever. There's some trees near the food. But 80 degrees in direct sunshine can still feel more like 90 degrees. That's one fact that I tell everyone because we overlook it. Direct sunshine makes you feel a minimum of 10 degrees warmer. So just keep that in mind, that when you're wearing your regal guard, you might look amazing, but you may get sweaty, just letting you know. But at least we're going to have a decent amount of cloud cover, which can help out. As I mentioned, this is going to be super fall-centric. Your pick a forecast, talking about apple picking. Also, if you want to do this, you have to pre-order your tickets because it is such a big demand across multiple counties, Iredell, Mecklenburg, down to York, that you can't just show up. You have to get tickets in advance. But it's really this weekend and the next the time to do it. I went late October, probably like the weekend before Halloween, and things were rotten. So just keep that in mind. It was a lot hotter last October, so that didn't really help with it. So if you're planning on doing any things or even thinking about it, these are the times to do it. Renaissance Festival, luckily, we have time. And the Panthers game is 1-5, and not to divulge too much of your personal life, I have a friend here in the studio that says she has not seen a football game since the Rams were in St. Louis, which, by the way, I looked it up. December 2015, officially, they announced that they're leaving St. Louis.
And St. Louis has never been the same quite since. But I'm going this weekend to see the Panthers. I'm very excited.
Well, they're undefeated at home, so hopefully
There we
they can
go.
keep that up. And they're also playing, can I say this? A terrible team. The Dolphins are not having a good start to the season. They just lost their star receiver. Jeb and I still have to talk about fantasy trades, but we'll get to that, and we won't bother you with that.
They have Darren Waller. Darren Waller.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get to watch that in person, Julie.
Hey,
He's going to have
guys.
a legendary game.
I don't know what you're talking about. What I do know is I'm winning both of my fantasy leagues by pure accident.
Hey,
so
you're
I don't
in
need
two.
To know. Don't need to know.
Do you know what? Anyone can say it's skill, but it really comes down to 50 to 100% luck sometimes.
I picked the names that I recognized.
Hey,
and it's worked
that
pretty
works. Yeah, no, because then you can also pick all the right names, because we've had some big ones. Malik Neighbors. We just had Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
I know. I didn't just look in the windows of your soul over there. All right, we're back to the forecast before I dig any holes. We're isolated rain chances Monday and Tuesday, but it is scattered environment on Wednesday and Thursday, because it's at that point we're going to be back to more of a humid environment. And then this is going to be the big up. We're going to see temperatures return to the lower to the mid 80s. And it's really Tuesday to Wednesday you're going to be feeling it. That air you can wear returns before it feels perfectly dry again. But there's a lot of changes. Long-range forecasting is impossible. Really, after 3 days, doesn't matter how far we advance technology-wise, because this front, for example, is over 1,000 miles away. If it changes a half a degree, it means the difference of us seeing a lot of rain to not a lot of rain. Meanwhile, you can also have tropical systems develop that can change the flow of things. But as of right now, we are going to see a cold front. We know that. The timing is just going to waver between Wednesday and Thursday. It just depends on the intensity of the rain, because we are also dealing with drought conditions. So whenever you have drought, drought feeds drought. So what this does is whenever you have a super dry environment, it doesn't have a lot of what's called transpiration. So we know about the Asians talking about evaporation to condensation to precipitation, but the evaporation from plants is a big part of what adds moisture to our atmosphere. You need moisture in the atmosphere in order to give some of that rain. Well, that hasn't really been the case. I'm also stalling trying to bring up my drought monitor so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, in the most recent update that dropped yesterday, here is the map. The map is showing a majority of the Carolinas under a yellow to a tan. And what this means is that we're either abnormally dry to an official drought status. So this is one of the biggest misconceptions that people have for the U.S. Drought Monitor. The yellow, the first step, is actually called D0 for a reason, because it's really the precursor, the preliminary to drought. The other one, that tan shading, you see that moderate drought, whenever you hear moderate drought, that's an official drought status. So you can say those counties officially have drought conditions that are causing drought-like problems. Now, still areas in the yellow could have browning lawns, things aren't growing as well. It's still issues, but you start to really have concerns once you get up to that next level. Well, the only thing that improved was North Carolina. The Western Carolinas, a lot of them got dropped off. That's the only green box that you see here. Whenever I make a graphic, I make it simple. It's either going up or down, getting worse or better. Well, pretty much everything got worse, especially South Carolina. That now we can say over 93% of South Carolina is either under a moderate drought status or is abnormally dry. So we desperately need the rain. It's going to take a lot to do it. I think that cold front is going to do it. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So here is our 7-day forecast, or should I say our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. 75 with sunshine today. Lower 80s, right around 80 on Saturday and Sunday. And then the top looks to be Tuesday about 84. And I'm going to play, you don't need to be a meteorologist for this. When do you think the cold front rolls through? Look at the 7-day forecast. Look at the temperature difference. Where do you think we have a cold front?
Is it maybe Thursday?
You nailed it.
Wow.
Very good. Yeah. So it's Wednesday heading into Thursday. See, you can fill in for me on Monday. It's a big time cold front. This is a strong one. That's why we're watching this. This is kind of like impact alert status. Not quite weather alert. I'm worried about severe weather. I think you can have some inconvenient weather with this because it could provide some pretty heavy rain or widespread rain. But yeah, you're talking about a swing of 10 to 15 degrees across the area. And that's also going to bring temperatures down even further. That's also going to chill off our lows as well. And our highs are pretty much not going to be the same after this. Some of these big-time cold fronts completely shift the flow of the atmosphere, and then you can call it fall yell, and that's exactly what you see here. So instead of more of the either side of 80 degrees dance, you're looking at more of the lower 70s, and you have that in the back end. Doesn't mean we're not getting back to the 80s. It's just a gradual decline that we typically see, where I'm physically going to show you, and this is not to make you sad, this is just how seasons work, that we are about to get a whole lot cooler. These are physically all the average highs that we have going forward. Today is the last day that we average 78. By tomorrow, it's 77. So as you're noticing a pattern here, every 3 days, we literally are losing 1 degree off our high. But here's the saddest news. Every day, we lose 2 minutes of daylight. So by the end of October, we have 63 less minutes of between our sunrise and sunset.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is pretty heartbreaking. I usually try not to say that because people get mad at me for being the news breaker. But this is the year that October is notorious for the biggest changes. That we actually change our lows by 13 degrees and our highs by 10 degrees. So by the end of the month, we're actually averaging 68 degrees right around Halloween. And look at the downfall through the 60s and the 50s. And then we average 52 by January 1st. The good thing about January, they don't really move too much. And also, if you're coming from Michigan, as we were talking before, 52 as an average high is a joke compared to what some people go to, but it's still getting chillier for me. So I just want to kind of show you generally where things are going, where we are in the short term, that October is a great month, but it's also known for epic changes and epic swings.
I'm okay with some fall. I've got
I
my
love fall.
pumpkin spice.
Oh,
I've got my
nice.
Taylor Swift album. I'm pretty happy with fall.
And you're going to a football game? Yeah, you're doing it.
Football game.
I'm-
And maybe I'll go to a pumpkin patch. Who knows, Chris? The world is my
Ooh.
oyster. After that forecast, I've got so many ideas now.
See, I'm telling you though, because like what happens is, it flies by so fast that I think that you should, like, tomorrow if you have time, either pumpkin patch is my favorite. Bush and Vine, it's a longer ride out there, but the coolest thing about this place is you can actually go to the farmers market and they have the most delicious strawberry ice cream. I'm just saying, yeah.
I'm sold.
Okay, Julie's
I'm in.
sold. I'm
I'm
not
in.
trying to sell it to you, and I'm not associated with this. It's just like every single year for the last 7 years I've gone there, and that is the epitome of my fall. So I want to share what my fall highlight is with all of you. So I'll always share my favorites here in the Impact Studio.
Well, beautiful weather for a football game, for pumpkin patch, also for the Run Fest. So we're going to get to that after a quick break.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Thank you, Chris.